I don't.
Go ahead and dive in. Like to acknowledge that yoga is a practice with a deep lineage, a history, comes from a people and a place that I myself am not a part of. I choose to mindfully share this practice because it's blessed my life greatly. I give deep thank you to my teachers, the teachers before them, the teachers before them, and the way that the earth and the land and the people of India created this practice and mindfully passed it down. So, as you imagine the lineages that you carry with you into this class, I invite you to simply breathe. Choose to place one hand on your diaphragm, perhaps one hand on your chest. Take a full breath in, and as you breathe, imagine your ribcage expanding like an accordion, taking up a different volume, a different amount of space. And as you exhale, imagine that accordion shrinking, getting smaller, adapting. As the holiday season approaches, as in-person classes, at least in Seattle area, have shut down, today I invite us all on this journey of space, the spaces we hold for ourselves, the way that ripples out into the communities we serve, the people we love, the people we show up for. We'll focus on abdominals, diaphragm, and the ways that breath allows us to shift the shape of the space we hold today. That being said, take one more deep, full inhale. Long, deep exhale. If Ujjayi is a breath practice that you like, I invite you to find that now. Imagine hugging the back of your throat. Lightly contract those muscles. Deep breath in like a whisper. Audible, humid, full, rich, textured breath out of your nose. Ujjayi is a breath that will heat you up, but also focus you. Know that you can let go of it, exhale out of your mouth as you need. Otherwise, use it to find some grounding and hold space for yourself this morning. Now, wherever you are, either knees apart, feet together, or feet apart, knees together, walk your feet back to sort of a neutral position, like you were in a gym class about to do a crunch. Take a deep breath in, extend your legs and your arms. So imagine taking a full body stretch, just like you're waking up first thing in the morning. Take a deep breath in, and as you inhale, allow your diaphragm to rise up off of your mat. Perhaps feel your back arch. Then exhale, curl into a small ball. This might look like supine crow pose. So wrap your triceps towards your knees and feel how your core and your abdominal muscles turn on just a little bit right here, right now. We'll take that 2 more times. Take a deep breath in, back to your full body stretch, almost like Shavasana. And exhale, curl and engage, get small. One more time. This time, focus on the space you hold, the space you take up. Big breath in, expand. Exhale, contract and engage. And slowly roll to one side. Make your way through to a tabletop position. When you arrive, check in with your body. Sway side to side through your shoulders, front to back through your hips. If it feels good, circle out your toes, your ankles, your wrists. Big breath in, cow pose, arch your back, tailbone lifts, chest opens. Exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin. Gaze towards where you know your navel to be. And hollow through your spine. Imagine pushing the ground away through your palm. Twice more like that. Inhale, cow. This time imagine squeezing the bottom tips of your shoulder blades together. Feel how that changes the sensation, perhaps. Exhale, cat. Tuck your chin. Gaze towards where you know your navel to be. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Inhale to a neutral tabletop position, then workshop your hands. So imagine palming a basketball, push the pads of your fingers into the earth, lift your middle knuckles just a smidge. This will help keep your wrists protected. Deep breath in, tuck your toes. Exhale from your core, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. First time we're here. You'll hear a lot of teachers say this is a resting pose. I've never found it to be that. I found it to be a benchmark, a check-in point. So use it that way today. You can rock forward into a high plank, then back. You can pedal out your feet. You can roll your wrists, shift your weight. See how this downward facing dog is probably different than yesterday's. And big breath in, gaze forward towards your fingers. So walk into a forward fold. Allow your toes to be right behind your wrists. Bend your knees a lot. Press your chest to drape over the fronts of your quads. You can take any grip with your hands that feels good, or let your fingertips touch the earth. Feels good, sway side to side. Back, let inertia settle into your body. Find stillness once more. Bend your knees a little more. Lengthen your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Then activate your inner thighs to heel toe your feet. To heel either hips width distance or toes touch feet, heels 3 inches apart. Tuck your chin, inhale, rise, build bone on top of bone. So push your palms together at the front of your chest. It's sometimes called Samastitihi, equal on all sides. But we find Anjali Mudra here, an offering. That's what today is about. I invite you to celebrate, honor, embrace the way you hold space. And the way you holding space for yourself allows you to then hold space for others. Deep breath in, feel your power. Deep breath out, feel the peace that you'll build with that power, the Shanti. Flutter your eyes open if you've shut them. Fingertips to your shoulders. Self-assist here. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Relax them down your back. Let your elbows extend. Hands to either side. Let's begin. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Circle sweep your arms above your head. When you get to the top, rotate your pinkies in and forward. If your shoulders have lifted up, feel free to separate your hands. Take up more space today. Big breath in, grow. Exhale, cactus your arms almost like a lat pull down and engage the muscles under your shoulder blades. If you would like to add in a small back bend here, you're invited to. Otherwise, no pressure. Big breath in, mountain pose. Forward fold, Uttanasana, hinge from your hips. Lengthen your spine and engage your core to delay gravity's effect on you. Inhale, high halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Take your fingertips either to your shins or your quads. I like to place mine in my hip creases. Then I try to hover my heels and extend as if the crown of my head could touch the opposite wall. Big breath in, grow. Exhale, squat and curl. Spike your heels high and bend your knees. This pose will feel like a hug, but let it also feel active. Imagine re-hugging your navel up and in towards your spine. So let crouch and curl or tuck and curl feel active today. Inhale, high halfway lift. Return to where you just were. Plant your palms, step back, high plank Dandasana. Now, high plank is a place where you can hang out. I'll offer up a flow through high to low plank. That is optional. Feel free to set it aside, hold high plank, or go right back to down dog. You're taking that flow. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, halfway bend your elbows, but hug them into the sides of your rib cage to help this be like a tricep push-up. Flip your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. That's a chaturanga. Those are optional. There'll be quite a few in class. Take them or leave them. Our Sun A will flow now, breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward through your fingers. Exhale, move to that space, the top of your mat, forward folds. Inhale, high halfway lift. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your hands high to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms with or without that back bend, Anuvatasana. Inhale, mountain Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift. Heart serves to the ground below your feet. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, back to high halfway lift. Root your heels. Exhale, flow through your high to low or skip it. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, gaze to the space between your fingertips. Exhale, journey to that space, forward fold. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose. Imagine brushing the sky with your fingers. Exhale, lat pull down, cactus arms. Maybe you add the back bend, maybe you don't. Inhale, back to mountain. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, flow through your chaturanga or skip it. You try a different option this time. Beautiful, Andy. Inhale, upward facing dog. Yeah, Amadeus, I see you. Exhale, downward facing dog. Dog. Check in with your fingers, the way they grip the ground. Perhaps find that Hasta Bandha one more time. Push the pads of your fingers into the earth. Lightly lift your middle knuckles. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, gaze to the space between your fingers. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Moving on. Inhale, high halfway lift, roll your shoulder tips back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit low, but reach either high with your fingertips or reach your fingertips parallel to your mat, or as a deliberate devotional personalization, bring your hands to heart center. Find that Anjali Mudra once more. In chair pose, I like to laugh about this pose means awkward but fierce. I feel like that's a duality I can embody. Perhaps you can too. So big breath in, imagine sending your tailbone towards the earth, head towards the sky. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Drag your fingertips like you're dragging them through molasses. Lift your triceps up off your back. You feel that this is causing your chest to arch. Imagine a child hugging you. Use that cue to remind you to engage your core. Moving on, a little bit of a funny movement, so I'll demo it in perpendicular to you. Inhale, chair, send your hands back. This time, send your left toe back. Almost like you've moved into a lunge. And exhale, standing crunch. Balance on your right foot, hug your left knee into your elbows. Little bit of a balance challenge. Can send your drishti or your eye focus about 2 feet in front of your right toe. Inhale back to your now extended lunge with warrior 3 arms. So this time, touch the ball of your left foot to the earth. Right foot stays as it is. Both hands reach up. Big breath in. Exhale, swim your right arm back. Extended crescent with an open twist. Inhale, warrior 2, big movement. Open up and connect the outsides of both of your feet to the earth. Can you lift up your middle knuckles? But then imagine dragging your right heel back towards your left foot's arch. Breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach forward. Either rest your right elbow on your right inner thigh or draw your tricep into your inner thigh. Option to gaze up through your left hand or wherever feels comfortable in your neck. Now, wherever you are right now, I imagine challenge. Imagine scooping your right buttock up underneath you and see if that gives you additional abdominal length. Inhale, star pose, rise up, heels in, toes out. Now, horse pose with goddess arms. So find that same lat pull down cactus shape. This time imagine you could touch your elbows behind you. Deep squat into your legs. And open your heart. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. That space we often don't look towards. Inhale, star, rise up. Extend your legs, be huge, take up space. Exhale, warrior 2, rebend into your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior, circle sweep your right arm. Little to no weight in your left hand. You're invited to give yourself this self-assist. Take your left hand to your left hip. Then send your left hip forward to line up with your right. That might extend your range of motion and extend the amount of space you're able to take up this morning. Big breath in. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank. Stay there or flow. You choose your body, your experience. Inhale, upward facing dog. Beautiful, Amanda. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward through your fingers. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, high halfway lift. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Other side, inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Again, you can personalize. Knees can be hips width distance, arms can be up, parallel, or an Anjali Mudra. Big breath in, imagine your spine grew an inch longer. Exhale, chair with airplane arms, sweep your fingers back. Lift your triceps up, then imagine pulling the backs of your arms closer together, like your pinkies could touch. Adding on, inhale, send your arms back to chair, but send your right toe back. Standing crunch, keep the deep bend that's stable in your left knee, and pull your right knee towards your elbows. Curl in. So feel a little bit like that crouching curl shape. Inhale, back to extended crescent, warrior 3 arms. This time, connect the ball of your right foot to the earth. Exhale, swim your left arm back, open twist. Inhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. As you open, connect the outer edges, your arches to the ground. Lift up your inner arches and relax your shoulders if they've lifted up for any reason. Big breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Sweep forward and send your arms to a shape that will support you. That could be left elbow on knee. That could be left tricep to inner thigh. That could be a bend in your arm if straightening your arms doesn't feel good. You know what you need. Inhale, star pose, rise up. Heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse pose with goddess arms. Feel the strength in your legs. And that same cue I gave in extended side angle, other side, feel it here. Use your outer glutes to pull your knees back and feel the external rotation in your femurs. And energetically feel your heart lifted. Inhale, star, rise up. Extend, be big. Exhale, warrior 2, rebend your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Send your left arm up. An option to take your right hand to your right hip. Give yourself that self-assist once more. Big breath and expand. Feel your left rib cage get big. Your right rib cage get small. Exhale, plant your palms. High plank. Stay here or flow through chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, up dog. Yeah, I see you, Ava. Beautiful. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. We'll flow sun B a little bit faster now, cultivating some heat on this cold morning. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, high halfway lift. Squeeze your shoulder tips together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Sweep your fingertips back. Inhale, chair. This time, send your left toe back. Bending elbows to knee crunch. Inhale, extended crescent, warrior 3 arms. Exhale, swim your right arm back for a twist. Inhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose, rise up, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Next time we'll add on here, this time we'll keep it basic. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior 2, rebend into your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Expand and contract, feel the duality. Exhale, plant your palms. High plank Dandasana or flow through Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, arms back to chair, send your right toe back. Standing crunch, elbows come to knees, knees come to elbows. Inhale, back to extended crescent, warrior 3 arms. Exhale, swim your left arm back, open twist. Inhale, warrior 2, open up. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Inhale, reverse warrior, sweep up and back. Let this feel expansive. Exhale, plant your palms. High plank Dandasana or flow through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Slight add-ons this time. Inhale, high halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, chair, send your left toes back. So knees to elbows, standing crunch. Extended crescent, warrior 3 arms. Exhale, swim your right arm back. Warrior 2, open up. Beautiful articulation, Andy. I see you. I see you, Aaron and Ross. Exhale, extended side angle. Star pose, be huge. Exhale, horse pose. This time, take your hands to your inner thighs. Now brace yourself on your inner thighs. Send the crown of your head forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, take a little twist. Dip your left shoulder. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist other way. Dip your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra. You're holding space right now. Yes, you feel this in your legs. Yes, you feel something in your heart as well. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two, front of the room. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your palms, high plank Dandasana, or flow through a chaturanga, you decide. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Yeah, Amadeus, so strong. Exhale, downward facing dog, beautiful Bianca. Forward. Exhale, travel the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, chair arms, right toe goes back. Inhale, standing crunch. Inhale, extended crescent warrior, 3 arms. Exhale, swim your left arm back. Inhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. This time we'll do something for our calves. I feel like this is a muscle that's gotten weaker for me. So inhale, lift your right heel up. Then it's pulse or bounce, bounce, bounce like this for 4. Switch feet in 3, 2, 1. Re-engage your shoulders. Drop your right heel down and lift your left heel. Then it's bounce, 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 bounce for 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your left heel down. If it feels good, leave your arms out or bring them to heart center. Lift both heels up. Feel how all of the muscles in your legs right now are supporting you, holding space for yourself to then hold space for others. You're here for 4. Drop heels in 3. Final 2. 1. Drop your heels. Inhale, star. Doesn't that feel good? Warrior 2, rebend your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back, high plank. Flow through chaturanga or skip it. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, high halfway lift. Imagine touching the tips of your shoulder blades together on your back. Exhale, forward fold. Looks like we're doing the same thing again. I promise it's something different. Inhale, chair. Chair with airplane arms. Inhale, back to chair. Then drop. You can either sit down on your own, or if you're feeling funny, drop into boat pose Navasana. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now boat pose will look different in everyone's body. You might leave your toes docked right here. You might lift your toes up. You might set your arms behind you to support your back. We're gonna row the boat. So I'm gonna leave my toes docked. That's where my body's at today, and I'm gonna hold my hands in front of me like Anjali Mudra. It's here. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Let's do 4. Exhale, right. Center. Exhale, left. Just one more each side, team. This way. Center. Last one to the left. Now, if you're like me, your hip flexors are feeling tight, so rock down onto your back, shake it out. Just one more abdominal exercise, even though I know we've been doing the lot even when we're standing. It's fish pose with the active heel lift. If you're feeling like you don't want to do active fish, option to set a block or a prop between your shoulder blades. I'll set up for active fish. So set up halfway, make a football goalpost shape with your hands. Set your fingers right like you were sliding them backwards into jean pockets. And set your elbows down. You'll look a little bit like I'm in this kind of funny beach sunning type position that I'm in right now. If this feels good, hang out here. If you would like to, you can set the top of your head back. No pressure to do that though. Sometimes that does not feel good on my neck. And from here, squeeze your inner thighs together. Option to lift up your toes. We'll do a static hold. This is the last up core type thing we'll do today. Hold this for 4. Final 3. 1, set your heels down, free your elbows and shoulders from underneath you. Then bend your knees. We'll do some bridge pose right here, just to loosen up your hip flexors after the core work. Exhale all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, curl your hips and pelvis up, bridge pose, do Bandhasana. Now, in this shape, I invite you to approach it with inquiry. If you're feeling your glutes and your hamstrings a lot, try squeezing your inner thighs just a smidge. Your knees do not need to touch by any means. Just feel a slight engagement. Feel how all the muscles then work together to scaffold support you. You're here for 4. Final 3. 2. 1, slowly curl your pelvis down bone by bone at a time. When you get to the bottom, when you feel your tailbone root, take a windshield wiper of your legs. If it feels good, linger one direction then the other. We'll come back to that shape later at the end of class. So do what you need. Take those movements, those shakeouts. If you take that sip of water, I'm going to take a sip of water. And grab behind your knees. If it feels good, if you're feeling playful and rolling on your spine is something that you want, take a few rolls on your spine. Side to side, front to back. If that doesn't feel good, know that we're heading towards frog pose malasana. So make your way into a forward fold when you're ready. And my people rocking a lot, if you feel like flowing through a chaturanga, you need. This is your hour, this is your practice. Once you find that forward fold shape, heel toe your feet to more than hips width distance, probably max width distance in most bodies. Shift your heels in ever so slightly, toes out, perhaps like a 45-degree angle. And bend your knees. If you're here, you can always use your elbows to brace. You can always sit on a block. Find your way into a malasana. Now, malasana, I will invite you to play around here. If that means open twists. If that means hanging out, feeling this juicy stretch. That means coming out of this, come out of it. And if you're feeling fiery, if you're feeling like you would like a flying frog variation, I'm going to teach half frog in the second half of class. So when I'm getting into flying frog, I'll demo it. I set my hands in front of me. I, again, find that Hasta Bandha, finger pads to the earth, middle knuckles lift. And set your knees or inner thighs on your triceps and shift forward. It's a little bit like an externally rotated crow pose. If crow pose is what you prefer, take crow pose. Wherever you're going, whether that's a juicy stretch, some twists, stillness, choosing a different shape, or playing with flying frog, take a few breaths to explore that. I'll meet you back in a forward fold in 4, 3, 2, 1, forward fold. Find an ujjayi inhale, that hugged feeling in your throat, the space you hold in your throat. Ujjayi exhale. Inhale high, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. This might feel familiar, we're adding on. Inhale, chair arms, left toe goes back. Exhale, curl, elbows to knees, knees to elbows, standing crunch. Now listen for the change. Inhale, warrior 3. Send your left foot straight out. And reach your arms forward, or again, mindfully elect Anjali Mudra, that offering. Touch your hands to your heart, palms together, and feel the person you're offering this moment of exertion to. You're here for 4. Step back in 3, 2, 1. Slow step back. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open your arms, twist to the right, right arm goes back. Inhale, take your hands to heart center again. Mindfully remind yourself of that person, this offering of Anjali Mudra. And exhale, move to revolved crescent lunge. Send your left knee to the outside of your right quad. If this feels like a lot, come down to your knee. That'll get you into a deeper twist with less inner thigh exertion. Again, your choice of Shanti, Shakti, of peace and power, of effort and ease. Both, you are honoring the shape in your body. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now, if you've dropped down to your left knee, retuck your left toes. Inhale, lift up your left knee. Exhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, warrior 2, open it up. Reverse warrior. Extended side angle. Does this feel good in your body? Inhale, star pose, be huge. One more time. Exhale, this time parallel your toes, Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged forward fold. Hatha traditions would call this Dandiyamana Vibhakta Pada Paschimottanasana, or standing separate leg stretching. You choose. Now this is a moment that's purely for you. In your wide forward fold, I invite you to tap back into your breath to see how you're holding space in this moment. From that, I'll offer up some options. First option is to hang in stillness. Humble moment, stillness is probably the hardest option for me often. If that's what you need, take it. You're invited to interlace your fingertips behind your sacrum, take a chest expansion. If taking some open twists feels good to you, you can move there. If any sort of lunges or skandasana feel good, you can take those. And if you, as I promised, would like to move into a half frog, I'll move closer to the camera and demo that. From Prasarita, if I'm moving into half frog, I walk the heel of my left palm in front of my left big toe. I bend both of my arms like chaturanga, push into the outer edge of my right foot, bend my left knee, so I set my left knee on my tricep. Then I leave my right foot connected to the earth. I simply try lifting up my left toe. Just getting a little playful. It's a lot of work on your left oblique and your left psoas. So if that is not what your body wants, honor that. It's something that will serve you beautifully. And wherever you are, if you're taking two-sided movements, even out your sides, be intentionally symmetrical. Even if you don't feel symmetrical, intend that with your movements. Big breath in. Big breath out. Find your way back to your wide forward fold. Inhale, rise. Lift from your heart. Arms to a T or hands to your hips. Exhale, warrior two, front of the room, where you bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Plant your palms, flow through your chaturanga or skip it. Especially at this point in class, skip it if you'd like. Inhale, upward facing dog. Beautiful. Exhale, downward facing dog. So strong, I can see you. I can see you making choices that are right for you too. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, high halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Uttanasana. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, send your right toe back, chair. Exhale, standing crunch, knees to elbows. Know that we're adding on. Warrior three. Your right heel back. Then your choice, you can either send your arms forward or mindfully choose Anjali Mudra. Remind yourself of that person. You are here for 4. Step back in 3, 2, 1, slow step back. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Arms lift to the sky. Exhale, open twist, swim your left arm back. Inhale, refined Anjali Mudra, hands to your heart. Exhale, hinge forward. Send your right elbow to your left knee for revolved crescent lunge. Invitation to come down to your right knee. That's what my body wants today. And breathe into the twist. Beautiful Bianca, I see you. Beautiful Ava. Full deep inhale. Full deep exhale. You've come down to your right knee like I have. Retuck your right toes. Use your inner thighs. Lift your right knee back up. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, star pose. This time you can leave your toes parallel. You know, we're heading into a restorative forward fold instead. Big breath in. Exhale, hinge from your hips. And I like to imagine in these forward folds that the memory, the mind, the things that we think about get planted back in the present by being directly in front of where our eyes gaze. So find your forward fold. And same invitations. Additional add-on if you'd like to move to floor frog. You can bend your knees and come down to that. I will again walk closer to the camera and show half frog. Now if you're moving towards half frog, plant the heel of your right palm in front of your right big toe. Bend into your right arm. but keep your left foot strongly connected to the ground. Bend your right knee and your right elbow so much that you can set your right knee on your tricep, and shift weight forward. Keep your left foot and left hand on the earth and try hovering your right toes. Maybe, maybe not. If that's not what you want, go ahead and take the chest expansion, the twists. Big breath in. Big breath out. If you're moving side to side, even out your sides. Perhaps study the differences side to side without judgment, just with inquiry. I'll meet you back in your forward fold. In 3, 2, 1. Arms to a T. Big breath in. Rise from your heart space. Exhale, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana. Bend into your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, plant your palms, flow through chaturanga or skip it. Last one of class, I promise. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, send your right heel high towards the ceiling. Three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon pose, Ekapada Rajakapotasana. So send your right shin forward. Send your left toes back. Now, if your knee feels a lot of pressure, I'll show you a seated version of this. Just give me a wave and I'll demo what that looks like. Otherwise, engage your inner thighs. You have the choice to stay upright. If you're staying upright, you can play with a quad stretch, or you can simply ease into this sensation. This is a great place to set a block under your right hip bone. If you'd like to move towards sleeping pigeon, you can also walk yourself forward. Relax into the support of the ground and the earth. Now, in this moment, as breath starts to slow, as the body starts to cool, what's the quality in the space that you're holding? How has it shifted? There's a bit of a shift towards a reflective, slower energy. Invite that. Invite you, if it feels okay, to close your eyes. Otherwise, fix your gaze on one point. Again, imagine your ribs, your breathing like a bellows, like an accordion. Full inhale. Feel your rib cage expand, like the muscles between your ribs, those intercostal muscles, stretch out just a little. And exhale, feel yourself get smaller. Feel the ways you dynamically adapt to circumstance. Inhale, begin to rise back up to your fingertips. And exhale, if you have a block under your right hip bone, you'll move it because you're going to sit down on your right hip. Move towards reclined deer pose. So earlier when we windshield wipered our knees after core, we're going to find a similar shape. Set your right sit bone down, then bring your left knee forward so your legs look a little bit like a fan. You'll have right arch to left knee. From here, you're invited to stay. This might be a deep inner thigh and groin sensation. You might hang out right here. If you're looking for a different type of sensation, invitation to start to walk back. Walk back and lean back like this. If it feels good, you can drop down to your elbows. You can come to laying down on your back. But please listen to your body. If you hear any or feel any kind of sharp pains, that's a sign to just stay where you're at. As you lay back into reclined deer pose or feel your arms supporting you. Again, invitation to think about the different sorts of spaces you hold, the roles you fill. mother, father, partner, teacher, friend, artist, designer. As you breathe, your body slightly changes shape, adapting to the different quality of space it's holding. You've reclined or walked back. Slowly build your way back up to sitting. Come to your elbows first if you're laying down, and come to your hands. Slowly come back up to a seat. From here, leave your right leg as it is. Extend your left leg in front of you. We're seated, separate leg stretching, Janu Shirshasana. Flex your left toes towards your face. Big breath in, reach your arms above your head. Option here, you can either lean forward or quarter turn to face your knee, then lean forward. Check in with what your body and your spine are asking for. And the beautiful thing about this pose, Janu Shirshasana, forehead to knee, is it says forehead to knee, which gives you the permission to bend your knee. So bend your knee. Connect your forehead to your knee. Then, from that space of connectedness, I invite you to slow motion shimmy and wiggle your shoulders. Get into tight spots in your rib cage and in your shoulder girdle where you want to send some extra breath, some extra space. Inhale, rise back up to a seat. Exhale for stargazer's pose. Set your right hand behind your sacrum. Lift up onto your right knee, then reach up and back. So feel a little bit like a supported bridge pose. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, Amanda. Big breath in. Exhale, set your tailbone down. Cross your knees. No graceful way to do it. Find your way back to your last down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in, sweep your left heel high towards the sky. Exhale, half pigeon on the left, Ekapada Rajakapotasana. Send your left shin forward. Doesn't matter if this side feels different than the first side. Sides of our body are different. If you're feeling pressure in your knee, I will show you a seated or a supine version of this. But also sides of your body might be different in terms of grabbing a prop, moving a prop to a different place. Let the ground support you and let props be an extension of the ground, the earth. Whether you're staying upright, whether you're sleeping down into your pigeon, mindfully decide. You find a shape. I invite you to not think of shapes as end destinations. You find the shape and then feel that an adjustment, a personalization, a movement is what you need. This is your body, your practice. You have the power to choose to hold space for yourself in a different way as well. I invite you to imagine that accordion that bellows of your ribcage one more time. Full deep inhale, fill up. And exhale, slowly let it get smaller, let it change, let it adapt. Inhale, begin to build yourself back up to sitting upright. Walk slowly upright. And exhale, if you've got a block through your left hip bone, set that aside, sit down into your left hip bone. Take your left knee forward, make this fan shape with your legs. Set up for reclined deer, but no need to recline. If this feels like a big inner thigh sensation, it actually does for me, you might stay upright. Also invited to walk back, maybe to fingertips, maybe to elbows, maybe to laying back. And know that sides of your body, especially in this shape, will feel different. We drive with our right leg, so this side might feel different. Hold space for that. It's normal. We probably all feel different, left to right on this particular shape. Once you find the shape that you want on this side, again, I invite you to take a spacious breath in and a long, slow breath out. You've reclined to any level in this bus stop type queuing. Walk your way back up. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Find your way back up to a seat. And keep your left leg as it is. Help your right leg to extend. All of your left foot comes to your right inner thigh. Inhale, reach high above your head. Exhale, Janu Shirshasana. Either fold forward or fold over your right leg. Again, this is more of a hatha shape. I invite you to bend your knee. Touch your forehead to your knee. Play with moving your shoulders to explore sensations in your spine and back. Let it be more about your spine and back than your hamstring. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, set your left hand behind your sacrum. Again, moving into a stargazer pose. Inhale, lift up, set your weight into your left knee, and leave your right foot extended. Big breath in. Exhale, set your tailbone down. Slowly extend both legs in front of you. I like to give options for forward fold. I'm somebody who likes my feet to be at least hips width distance apart. If you like bringing your feet together, your choice. Bend your knees a little, walk your sit bones back. Inhale, reach high above your head. Exhale, fold over yourself. Again, I invite this to be more about your spine and back than your hamstrings. So you could bend your knees. Try this on. Inhale, pull your shoulder blades together down your back. Imagine lengthening your spine. And exhale, slightly tuck your chin, curl. That wave-like movement in your spine feels good. Continue to breathe in that way. Otherwise, breathe into stillness. Be what feels restorative and good to you. Inhale, slowly rise up to a comfortable seat. Keep your legs extended in front of you. Exhale, slowly lower to laying down on your mat. When you arrive, I invite you to find half-wind removing pose, Pavana Muktasana. Keep your left leg extended. In fact, flex through your left toes. And pull your right knee up into your chest, but then take your right quad to the side of your rib cage. This is a compressive pose. Might feel a little bit like the standing crunch we did in our standing series. Big breath in. If it feels good, move your femur side to side. Exhale, take a supine twist. Either send your right leg simply over your body, or you can bend both knees, or you can find eagle legs, figure four legs. Let you customize, personalize. What will allow you to hold space in the way you want to hold space right now? Imagine that your right shoulder blade had roots rooting into the earth below you that supports you. And perhaps imagine your rib cage and your lungs like a bellows, like an accordion once more. Inhale, feel that when you fill up with air, yes, you take up a different dimension of space. When you exhale, you shift, you adapt. The space you hold has changed. Inhale to bring both knees back to center. Give yourself a little hug in the middle. This might feel slightly like that supine crow we did at the beginning of class, but let it feel more restorative. And exchange legs, half wind removing pose on the other side. Extend your right heel, just like you're kicking into a wall. Hug your left knee to the outside of your rib cage. Feels good. You can almost stir your femur like you're stirring a winter soup. Big breath in. So find your supine twist. Again, the side might feel different. Might call for a different shape with your legs. You know what you need. As you breathe, as space shifts, invite the image of your left shoulder blade growing roots into the ground, feeling supported. Invite you to imagine the ways that you change with every breath you take. Also, the ways you stay the same, grounded in your integrity. Inhale, bring both knees over your belly button. Feels good. I invite full wind removing pose. This is optional though. If you'd like full wind removing pose, keep your head connected to the ground. Invitation to interlace your fingertips or forearms around your shins. And on your last, deepest, fullest breath in of class, I invite you to tuck your chin to your chest. Find almost a seed shape. You're about to germinate. Big breath in. So find your Shavasana. Invite diversity of shapes. Could be legs up the wall, Supta Baddha Konasana, fallen bridge, even a pentacle yin Shavasana shape. As silence settles in, and perhaps you feel the reverberation of sound through all the spaces of your body. invite you to tune into the sound of your breath, the space it creates, the space it transforms, the space it shifts. Invite you to stay in stillness, or perhaps take one hand to your diaphragm, one hand to your heart. Find that closed circuit of your connection to yourself. And take a deep breath in. Fill yourself up with air. Feel yourself rise, swell. Exhale, feel your diaphragm get small. Feel your rib cage shift. If that feels good, do it one more time. This time I invite you to name in your mind the spaces, the roles, the things that you hold. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. You're invited to stay here and linger in thought, in reflection. But if you'd like to be guided out, I invite you to wiggle your toes. I invite you to brush your thumb over each fingertip. I invite you to send your arms back behind you. If it feels good, roll to one side, just like you did at the very beginning. And find your way up to a comfortable seat, your easy seat Sukhasana. If it feels good, one more time, find Anjali Mudra and see the people in the spaces that you hold, in the space between your palms. I like to imagine those people in that tiny sliver of light. It feels authentic. Raise your thumbs to the center of your forehead. Connect the beats of your heart with the thoughts of your mind. Know that breath, heart, thought, intent, these are the ways that we hold space. We hold space with power, with peace. The part of me that has that power, but also that peace, is humbled to share space with all of the roles, the spaces each of you occupy. With deep, deep gratitude, thank you. Thank you so much, friends. I invited people to unmute if they feel like saying hi.
Thank
Mama
you.
said,
Thank you.
thank you.
Nice.
Thank you,
So much,
Gabi.
Gabi.
Thank you for joining me from camping, Ava. I'm like, wow.
Oh my gosh, I'm
It's so beautiful to see you.
so excited we had cell phone reception. It's like it was such a gift to take your class. Thank you so much for teaching.
Thank you. Thank you. And enjoy your camping trip. I know the two of you probably want to get back to that.
Yeah.
Good, beautiful morning in Hawaii to both of you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, love.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Nice to meet you, by the way. I feel like most of the other people on this class I are old friends of mine or such.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Gabi.
Thank you, Amanda. And I'll see you on Sundays. Yay.
Yay. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Bye.
much, Gabi.
Thank
It
you,
was
Andy.
so wonderful. Oh my gosh.
a great mix of movement and stillness. And I just always love your messaging that you give. I'm going to carry that with me today. So thank you.
It was a little weird. I thought about this when I was thinking about, I've been teaching in person for a bit, and so shifting back to this is a shift in space, but I was like, oh, there's still the opportunity to hold this space for folks, and that means so much.
Yeah, it's really
So
beautiful.
that's kind of where I was inspired by that idea.
Yeah.
I'm also laughing, Erin, you always laugh about how my classes have soundtracks that sound like they're from Buffy. I was like, this definitely had some like Gabi 80s dream pop ridiculousness. I feel like that music was what I grew up on, and it sort of is my strange bread and butter.
Love it.
Perfect.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
I should stop recording.